Howdy all, welcome back. Well, here's another little recent project that I've picked up. Little 2-cylinder diesel. Now, I've done some looking around, and this is an actual one from India. I guess from what I'm finding out, they're like knockoffs of listers. I've had put on Facebook, and some guys gave me some info and sent me some pictures of ones they have look identical, but different names completely. So apparently everybody and their brother made one of these back in the day. I'm guessing probably, I don't know, 40s maybe, I'm not sure. But pretty neat little diesel. Double flywheels, got the pulley on the side there, crankshaft or hand crank. It has, when you go to start this thing, let me get my lighting here a little better. These are compression releases. You roll it back until the exhaust comes up, and then you put this underneath like this one, and that holds the exhaust up till you can get it cranking. And then when you're over here on the side cranking, you pop this one out, and once it gets to firing, you pop the other one out. Then you can move these in and turn these screws, and that locks it, keeps it from turning so it doesn't accidentally get over there where it doesn't need to be. So no exhaust on it. Open rockers, open lifters. You got your injector up here in the top, and it would have just had, I don't know if this would have had a pump on it for cooling or not, but I've seen a lot of these. They do just the thermocycling. They have a big tank, would be over, and the water would run in here in the bottom. As it got hot, come up the top and just circulate. No, that's probably what I'll do if I run it enough to get it hot. I did try to get it fired up as soon as I got it home. It was smoking a little bit, but then I realized it didn't have a lot of fuel in it. And there's a line from this tank, comes over here to the filter housing, that didn't have any fuel coming out of it. Looked in the tank. Tank did not look real good. Fuel didn't look too happy, so I've taken the tank off and cleaned the tank all out. Haven't got no fuel in it yet, but as a diesel mechanic and concerned with the way injectors are in dirt, I'm not sure what's in this filter housing for a filter, but that's where I'm at. So let's try to see if we can get set up here and get that apart and see if it's something that can be cleaned or replaced or what. Try to get my lights a little bit better here. It's kind of hard to get things just exactly right. And lose my tools. I drained the filter, the fuel out of this filter also, and it was not looking real good either. So we'll see. Like I said, see what's in there. I don't really know, but I would assume there's some sort of filter in here. But we's about to find out. Where I lay all my parts and stuff. So let's see. Oh my God, what is this thing? crap. Huh? Well, that is apparently fuel comes in the top, goes through this hose, and it comes out through the hose, and it's partially coiled up in this little container here. I guess try to have to fit it back in there. See what it looks like down in there. Not actually. Some more of that drained out. There's my little drain cup here, my water bottle drain cup. Yeah, it doesn't look not a lot of sediment or anything laying down in there. So get that back in there and tightened up. I'll stick a rag down in there. Suck up the rest of the crud. Get my size out. I think that was 15. Yeah, it's pretty clean down here. So, let me see if I can try to put this snake back in its house here. Getting all tangled up here. I don't know which way I'm going. Okay, so gasket looks pretty good. I'm gonna try to hurry up and stick this down in here so it don't. This was on the outside, so let's put the screws back in it. Bolts, rather. I bought another diesel a month or so ago, a couple months ago. More of an older style Witt. Bigger flywheel engine. I think it was a 12 horse maybe. I don't remember, but haven't got it running yet. Had a couple fuel issues too, but this is a lot more modern of a specimen than it is. But one of these days we'll get a chance to get a video of it too. Being a diesel mechanic, I ought to have at least 8 or 10 diesels. Alright, there's another line here somewhere. Here it is. I might have to blow this off here a wee bit. This is the supply line to guess that's how I got that on there. And these lines are a little bit bent over the years and it's kind of hitting as long as it goes on there. Now, what did I do? A couple of new rags. This. Here we go up here. So we got copper washers on both sides. This one's stuck up to the bigger croissant wrench. Okay, and I'm gonna blow this line out here a little bit. See, get on this side, see what's going on here a little bit better. Now that line goes from the fuel tank, supplies the filter housing. And it's basically the same thing. They call these banjo fittings, just because they're kind of shaped like a banjo, I guess, round like that. Use copper washers to seal them. That one's still stuck on there, and that one's on the bolt itself, so put that back on. Okay. So I think we're pretty much ready to put some fuel in the tank here. And then we will try to let it bleed, see what happens. Got some good fresh off-road diesel here. If I can get it in without spilling half of it. Nothing leaking yet. Just to get everything halfway back in. That's enough to get up to where the, it should be. Put a little bit more in it just in case. That should be good. There goes. Falling apart here. Get anything out of the how long it should take for that to fill up. I would think if that worm filter is halfway decent, it should seep through there pretty good. Crack this just to make sure we'd be getting fuel out of there. So. Just have to let that sit for a little bit, I guess. Let it fill up. think I'm starting to see something. I can see it wiggling down in there, so it should, before too long, I hope, come bubbling up out the top here. Oh, here she comes. I think that was 15 also. I don't really think I'm gonna, another thing I'm gonna do here, just in case, is take this intake off of here and then have something to stick down on here, just in case a couple rags tucked together should block the air, just in case. So I think we need to get rid of this right now. So if you can see, this one already is over here. Let me get this one back over. So that one's up there. They're both where they're supposed to be. Leave that set up there just in case. So back up here a little bit just in case something happens goofy. Get the cranking. I don't know if I'll have to crack the injector lines or not. I'll see how, if I crank it enough to see going here, we'll start having to see what's going on. Crack the injector lines and may have to, if it was completely out of fuel, might take a little bit to get fuel pumping up to them with a wrench. Or 16. It's 14. Take this other valve cover off here too. Let's see where exactly we got. We should have fuel coming out of here. Let me crack both of these. I can see fuel coming out of there. What I was doing was on these, the fuel comes out of this housing here and comes down that big line and fills your pumps. So I was cracking both lines on the pumps to get the air out of the main line. So let's crank it over here a little bit, see if we can get anything coming out of the actual injector lines. Not yet. Let's crack one off the easy. Crescent wrench again. Well, let's see here. making me work up a sweat here. Yeah, crank this a little bit, see if it'll get anything starting to come up out of this top line. I have to give her a little sniff and see if that will do anything. Sometimes if things are completely out of fuel, you got to get something to give them a little head start so they get all the air out. It's not so bad when you're just hitting a starter button. When you're the starter, a little rough. So, get some sniff here, let's see. Okay. I'm not exactly sure. That almost seems like that's to shut it off when that lever's up. Still getting a little bit up there, but it's just not enough to fire. Well, that little putt there smelled a little bit more diesel, like diesel fuel, so that's a little bit more encouraging. cylinder, that other pump is not pumping for some reason, so I'll probably have to pull it apart, or maybe I can just let it run a little bit more. A lot of times you tap on those things and they'll take off, but at least it does somewhat run. Never know what you're getting when you buy these used things. So, but that'll get us a little more incentive. So we'll get her fixed up here, hopefully, and get that other pump, pull it apart, see if there's something clogged in there. Go from there. So thanks for watching. Interested in this kind of stuff, this particular video, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all later.